Hey guys, before we continue with this video, I want to give a really big shout out to Shaquile Martinez from TDT Gaming. I think he has some of the coolest field centers that I've seen out there. These are super sick. And then he has some of the craziest freaking tokens that you'll see out there. He's one of the most original persons that I've ever met. He has the craziest pins, sleeves, mats, field centers and tokens out there, guys. And if you're looking for something specific, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find it with him because he just has a lot of stuff that is already made. He has anything from Power Rangers to Mia Khalifa, Lana Rhodes, and then even the sus tokens. So guys, make sure you hit up Shaquile Martinez. The link will be down below, and let him know you came and you seen him through us. Thank you guys, and let's go ahead and continue with the video.
All right guys, I'm here with Manuel. He plays top 14th at the Extravaganza this weekend. Let us know what you played.
I played Eldlich Numeron this weekend at the Extravaganza. Like you said, I got 14th place. Yeah, I'd like to shout out Team Elite Savij. Thanks for doing my deck profile and showing up a DNA, just being awesome people, organizing tournaments around town. I'd also like to give a shout out to my girlfriend Elizabeth, Cytex Gaming, Brian, the staff over there, they're really awesome. Shout out to my team Undisputed, and our team captain Caleb, helped me with a lot of playtesting. Shout out to Team Caliber, Team Cytex, Owen and Chris over there for helping me out. Johnny Diaz for helping me learn my Drytron matchup. John Fenimore for helping me with my Virtual World matchup. And MCole40 for my inspiration for this deck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. He inspired the deck, man.
All right, good. Let's get in. Okay, so let's see what you started running with.
All right, so the deck is Eldlich Numeron, and more so Numeron is the focus. So we play a bunch of the field spell. We play 3 Numeron walls. They just get you to this, your field spell. So we play 3 of the field spell. This takes you straight into Zexal or straight into 4 monsters that you can use to go TK your opponent. 2 of these cards, you pitch them for deck for cost, and Network's effect becomes this effect, which is summon 4 monsters, which then becomes Zexal or become an OTK. We play 2 Planet Pathfinder. They get us to our field spell. So right here you can see we're playing effectively 8 copies of the field spell. On top of that, we play the 1 Terraforming, of course, and one of the better cards in the deck, Set Rotation, with a Mystic Mine. Going first, you activate Set Rotation, give your opponent Mystic Mine, give yourself the field spell, activate it, summon 3, make a Zexal, and you know, your opponent can't even imperm you. And that's pretty much the Numeron part.
Do you think Mystic Mine backfired you anytime?
No, never.
Like for them activating it?
Absolutely not. What we do is we activate Zexal in standby phase, and if it resolves, they can no longer activate cards for the rest of the turn.
That's right.
So their face down Mystic Mine can't even be flipped up. And they just stalled out of the game. Next turn, if I'm seriously concerned about it, I use something to remove it, but really we don't care.
Okay.
You know, it's just a dead card. So that's it for the Numeron engine. And next part is the Eldlich engine. Play 2 Golden Lords. For the most part, it seems that the 2 Golden Lords is the perfect ratio, as long as you try and make sure you never have 1 on the field and 1 in the graveyard at the same time.
Yeah, play around Ice Dragons.
Yeah, very susceptible to Ice Dragon's Prison. Try not to have 2 in the graveyard because Cycle Reader is a thing, and surprisingly he works on Eldlich. But yeah, just to go, swings him for 35. If you end phase Scarlet Sanguine to your opponent, summon him on your turn, use him as link material, and then bring him back.
Yep.
Cursed Oldland, consistency, insane consistency.
Yeah, this is a broken card.
Broken card. There was a game where I ended up in a situation where I had Infinitrack Mega Collapse and my opponent had a BLS. They both couldn't hurt each other, so we were just trying to top deck something. So I started using Eldland to look for my out, and eventually got to it. 2 or 3 Scarlet Sanguine. I think this is the only really relevant Eldlixir. It's just insane. You have to max out on this. If I could play 4 or 5 copies, I absolutely would. It's so good. You just got to keep in mind that after it resolves, you're locked into zombies. So typically we try to use it on our opponent's turn if we can. Go ahead.
Continue.
Yeah, if they've been Zexaled, you know, we have this set, we go ahead and use it on their turn. We're going to get the free Eldlich as a body and to swing in next turn, and then the reset. Okay. So if they're under Zexal, definitely always use it.
Do you play any of the spell, the quick play spell?
No, not at all. I was considering,
because to maybe play around Ash, because that gets ashed.
Yeah, I think it's Ash is kind of useless. But like I said, if we set it pass, and they've already been Zexal, they can't even Ash it.
Okay.
You know, and then once after the Eldlich is on the field, we're just going to use it to set a card from deck. They can't Ash that. 3 Conquistador. The interruption is insane. The recursion is insane.
Yep.
You know, pop the right Drytron monster, pop a face-up card that was targeted by a VW, you know, completely interrupt the turn. Or if somebody uses something to disrupt our zexal, we pop our own zexal. Therefore, if they use the targeting effect to try and negate it, it misses target. It resolves anyways. After that, their turn's basically over. Care of the Golden Land, a little bricky at 3. The effect doesn't always come in handy, but he is a bigger beater than Conquistador. He does some damage every now and then. And against Drytron, he's insane.
Yep.
You know, getting rid of those resources. So yeah, that's the Eldlich package. Next is the hand trap lineup. 3 Ash. Seems underwhelming at times, but she's the most versatile hand trap.
Yes, she goes in every deck, hits every deck.
Maybe not the best, but there's no deck that will not be hurt by Ash Blossom.
Yep.
You know, unless you're playing like 2002 Yu-Gi-Oh, Ash Blossom has the potential to mess up your day. Also, we don't play Feed Ash. Forehead all the way.
Forehead.
All the way. The most powerful hand trap in the format,
yes.
Probably in last format as well. The Gamma. This card's insane. Last minute, I decided to change my deck, my extra deck, and play the Psy-Frame Link because they're just that good. They're just that good.
Yeah, because you get free monsters with Zexal.
Yep, free monsters with Zexal. So it's with
the Numeron engine.
Well, you can only summon one more time after that though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we usually go for the Zexal, you know. But yeah, insane card. Also great if all we have is something like Planet Pathfinder to get to our field spell and we get interrupted, and we have this in hand. We use this, summon that, link this away into Link Spider, go into Dragoon, with the Verte, go into Dragoon. So crazy card. So clutch. I told myself I'd side it out now and then, never sided it out of the deck. And now these are our tech cards. Playing 3 Book of Moon. Super good in the format. I think even better last format. So, you know, practically it's useful for VW. You know, they target one of their monsters for an effect. You flip it face down. They miss target. The effect fizzles.
Is that how they ruled it for that tournament?
Because that's how they ruled it for the last couple tournaments.
Because I've heard the other ruling where it still sends.
Yeah, I've heard different people say that it still sends, but in all the extravaganzas that I've played, they've made a note that if a monster if a VW gets booked before effect resolves, it can't resolve.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know.
And then the other amazing use for this is if people try to imperm your Zexal or chalice it or droplet it, we go Book of Moon, book the Zexal.
And it misses target. Oh wow, that's good.
So pretty sick card. 3 droplet.
That's like a staple now.
Unfortunately it's a staple. I used to play it at 2. 2 of that and 2 of this.
Yes.
But with Drytron running around and you know, VW ending on that VFD, you have to have the droplet. Also, it has some very strange applications that you wouldn't expect. I was in fairly late game with a Drytron player yesterday, and he has 1 Drytron monster, Meteonis in the graveyard. Halves his Drytron monster's effect to add Meteonis. I know he has Natasha in hand. Activates the spell. When he activates the spell, I go Forbidden Droplet, half the attack of the monster whose attack was already halved. Now it's at 500. He does not have enough attack points to summon. So,
that's really smart.
You know, you think in different ways, and it applies in different ways.
Yep.
Also, we play enough trap spells and monsters, so we can practically decide, like, at any given point, what our opponent is allowed to and not allowed to respond. So we can stop the VFD even through Chuchi.
Okay. Yeah.
Insane
you send the traps. They can't chain it to get it off the field.
Yeah. Insane. The 1 Triple T. I opt to play the 1 because it's a crazy card. It's an insane card. And at the tournament, I drew it when I needed it, and it came in super clutch. And I didn't draw it when I didn't need it. I used to play 3, and then I cut it to 2 because I kept on either drawing into 1 or having 2 of them in my hand. Then I played 2, and for some reason, these are drawn to my hand like a magnet.
Really?
So yeah. So I played the 1 because I'm so annoyed. I was so annoyed about drawing 2 of them. But
yeah, I know at 3 you keep drawing them, you'll draw into it.
Yeah,
3 is kind of bad. Like I mean, in my deck I ran 2. Two works out for me.
But yeah, and it turns out the effect that was most relevant for me in the tournament was the take control of one of my opponent's monsters.
Yeah.
We used it to beta Prank Kids player and then proceeded to OTK them.
Do you feel like your deck is a little slow to OTK?
No, it's extremely quick to OTK. Under the right circumstances, of course. If our opponent makes a mistake like accidentally leaving a monster in attack position.
Yeah.
That instance with the Prank Kids player that I OTK'd him. He had 3 monsters on the field: a Dweller, a monster in defense, another monster in defense. He was at 9,000 life points. We OTK'd him through 9,000 life points
that's
through
really good,
all those monsters. So yeah, if you're not careful with this deck, if you don't prepare for it or see it coming, it will OTK you very easily, or it'll zexal lock you. Called by the grave because we want stuff to resolve.
Yeah.
Also disruption.
And broken.
The bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bricks. There's no real need explanation. This card can feel annoying at times, but every now and then, like, you top deck it and it just wins you the game.
Yeah, if it goes resolved, you're winning that game for sure.
Yep. All right, and then we'll move on to the extra deck. All right. Firstly, in our extra deck is the zexal or the Numeron / zexal package. We play 2 gate 1, 2 gate 2, 2 gate 3, 1 gate 4. And these all do the exact same thing. They can't be destroyed by battle. After they battle a monster, you can detach a material to double the attack of all the other ones on the field. If the field spell's on the field, you don't need to detach a material. So what effectively ends up happening is, if your opponent has monsters on the field, you go attack with 1. This one attacks for 1,000. This one attacks for 2,000 if it attacks to a monster. This one attacks for 4,000. This one attacks for 8. And that's how the OTK goes.
Okay.
1 Chaos Gate. Never use this. We use it to play in time or in very few circumstances.
For the burning, banish burn.
Yeah, for the banish to burn, or if our opponent doesn't have any monsters on the field, because these will only double if they attack a monster.
Yeah.
So we attack for 4K, and then we try to burn them the rest of the way if we found a way to make this damage up. So, but it never actually came up. Zexal, MVP. If you let me go first with this deck, you're effectively saying either you hard draw the gamma, or you're not playing YuGiOh. So Zexal's insane. Or you're gonna have to set a bunch of back row. But
it's another VFD, but way easier to get into.
It's another VFD, way easier to get into, and he just comes in clutch. Also, a lot of the times players will make the mistake of I Zexal them. They can still summon like a Cyber Dragon or something like that.
Yeah.
They have something that gets over Zexal, they summon it, attack Zexal, and now they leave me with no monsters on the field. So I can use the field spell, summon the 4 gates out,
and then
OTK them.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you don't have a way to disrupt that, don't out the Zexal. And now for, I guess we'll do the last XYZ monster, Super Dreadnought Cannon, Gustav Max.
How many times did you use him?
I used him twice.
To burn in time, or just
no. Actually, I ended up in a situation where the only way that I could safely make game was using him. So we use him. We detach Eldlich, burn, bring back the Eldlich with a Sanguine that was set, and then swing. That's game. But yeah, pretty great. Also, like you said, great in time. Just finishing out a little bit of damage that you need.
Yep.
Now into the links, we have the Lambda. Just because Gamma is so good, you want to be able to activate it when you have monsters in the field.
Yeah.
Mega Collapse. This card, every now and then you catch somebody off guard, somebody who just wasn't prepared, and they can't out this.
Yeah.
And you sit there beating them. Also, the effect that it can take a monster from your graveyard, special summon it, take a card they control, attach it to that monster. Every now and then we come up in a situation where the game state's simplified. They have an out for Mega Collapse, but they don't have it that turn. So next turn we go Mega Collapse, target whatever monster's on the field. Target the Zexal. Bring back Zexal, give it a material.
Yep.
Now there's Zexal again. So Mega Collapse, great card. A lot of players who play Dogmatica don't play the out to it. Link Spider gets our Eldlich monsters that are on the field into the graveyard, so they can start using their effects. And then he allows us to link climb with them to Verte. And Verte, he's here to do one thing and one thing only. That's get us to him.
Yeah, the big boy himself.
Big boy himself. A lot of the times, if I think a good way to measure the strength of the deck is, can it out a Dragoon? And you'll find out that they're really every deck that's in top tier has some inherent out to Dragoon built into it somehow. Not inherent summon, but I'm just saying, like, if your deck can't out Dragoon, you're not, you're doing something wrong.
So in the Extravaganza, how many rounds were there in total?
It was a total of 8 rounds. 8
rounds?
Yeah. We went X2. The matchups were Dogmatica Invoked, then 2VW back to back, a Sky Striker Eldlich. That was my first loss of the day. Then pure Eldlich variant. We 2-0'd them. Then a Drytron. Then a Prank Kids. And then our last matchup was Goki.
Somebody was playing Goki.
Yeah, it was a very, they ended up topping the event. It was a very strange sort of like Goki trap deck.
Oh, okay.
And we misplayed in game 3 and they got it. It happens. But fantastic player. Really matchup that I was unprepared for.
Hey guys, I want to give a really big shout out before we continue with this video to Alexander James, because Alexander James just makes some of the craziest freaking metal field centers. Like, this guy is super cool, super crazy. Like, this is super nice, well made. He has some amazing artwork on wood stuff too. He makes wooden deck boxes, wooden field centers, and he made this one specifically for me. He put my name on the side. See that, guys? Super cool. I think this is amazing. I love this stuff. And guys, don't forget that his link will be down below so you guys can find him and hit him up and let him know that you found him through us. Yeah, guys, let's go ahead and continue with the video.
And
Would you like to show the side deck?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Side deck, we're going. We were really concerned about Drytron going into this, so we went Cycle Reader.
But you didn't really play any Tritrons.
We played one Drytron,
just one.
and he came in super clutch.
Yeah.
Completely stunned them out of the turn. Also, you know, he banishes any light, so you could hit Dogmatica, you could hit Eldlich, probably half a dozen other things, but let's not joke around.
Yeah,
this
that card's really, really good.
Just for Drytron, and that's where we used it. Came in clutch, super great. At one point, we normal summoned it, swing for game.
How much attack does he have?
1,000.
1,000
Just
per game.
enough. That's all we needed. 3 Lancia.
Yeah, for the virtual world.
Yeah, stun out virtual world and dinos.
No, dinos, yeah, especially them.
Just if you're playing Eldlich like I am, you have to pay a lot of attention. Remember that the turn you use this, you're not using your effects.
Yep.
Or you're not using your Graveyard recursion. Staple. Never saw it though. 2 Cosmics. You know, just
for the Chuchi.
Yeah, for the Chuchi.
Awesome.
Honestly, not just for the Chuchi. If we're going first, we try to set this, let them activate the continuous spell or place the continuous trap. When they target it, we get rid of it and miss target.
Yeah.
Same deal as the Book of Moon, you know, and then also killing Eldlich recursion. Red Reboot came up once, won me the game, still lost the match.
Oh.
Crazy card though.
Was that the Goki one?
That was the Eldlich Sky Striker.
Oh, okay, the Eldlich Sky Striker. That's right.
Yeah. Double Lightning Storm. Yeah, when we know we're going second against certain decks, we put this in, blow out back row if we need to. I use this against Prank Kids to force out their fusion spell. Then from there, we kind of did whatever we wanted to them, played, you know, messed around with them a little bit.
Yep.
Went for the network and then went for the OTK. And then 2 Droll and Lockbird. Hits a lot of things. I set it in for Goki. Unfortunately, I didn't see it. But, you know, really, he's here for the Drytron.
Yeah.
Can be effective against dinos, but you're better off just playing Valencia. So, Droll, pretty great. And I know I have a 3rd copy of Gold Droll somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So we just played the 1 Nibiru to close things out.
The 1 Nibiru.
The 1 Nibiru.
Did you use it? Did it
I
resolve?
started it in. It never resolved. Yeah, it was never in the right place at the right time. But he was there. This is my favorite hand trap. I started playing a year ago, right when this came out, and it's been in every side.
It's just really strong if they're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
They overextend.
You overextend,
just punish
bam.
them.
Yep. So yeah, it's been in every side deck I've had since I started playing. So had to have the 1 for sentimental reasons maybe. But yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I just wanted to say that I recently made a Facebook group and it's called YuGiOh Elite Savij. And you guys can look us up, or you guys can just click the link down below to join. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once you guys subscribe, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified about all the great videos that I upload. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.